So now I want to talk about how to tell if something's proportional based on graphs, right, or graphing. So it's a very simple rule. It has to have a straight line through the origin. Now that's two criteria, a straight line, and it has to go through the origins. That's one and two criteria have to be met. And we're remembering, of course, that the origin is 0, 0, the coordinate, not necessarily in the middle, but where the x and the y-axis are going to cross. And the straight line, pretty simple. Can you put a ruler on it, and is it going to go straight? So if I take a look at examples of a graph, if it's a straight line and it goes to the origin, then it is exactly proportional. Now, what's an example of a non-proportional? Well, it's anything else. So that's a straight line, but it doesn't go through the origins. This is a non-example. It is not proportional. Just like if I have this, well, it goes to the origin, but it's not a straight line. So this is another non-example. It has to meet both criteria. It has to be a straight line, and it has to go through the origin. So let's do one more example, and we'll try to make one that does go through the origin. So we'll start at the origin, and then we'll just draw a straight line. It doesn't actually matter where the line's going. If it goes through the origin and it's a straight line, it is then proportional. All right, so if you are then given not a graph, but maybe a set of x, y coordinates, because of course running and climbing x and then y, what do you have to check? Well, first you have to make sure that it's a straight line, and you're going to find that if it's a straight line, it has the same constant of proportionality. And if you're wondering about that, make sure you check out the constant proportionality video. And it has to go through the spot 0, 0. It has to go through the origin. So you have to make sure that that is one of the coordinates. They have to have the same unit rate and have to go through the origin. You're going to find out really quick that it's very difficult for it to be a straight line. If you check this first, it doesn't pass this, it's not going to pass this. It might pass this, the origin. It might go through the origin, but not be a straight line. But if it's not a straight line, if it doesn't pass this, it's probably not going to go through the origin at all. So make sure you check here first. And that's as simple as that. If you see any one of these that is not a straight line or doesn't go through the origin, it's not proportional. If it's a straight line and goes through the origin, it's proportional.